Time for sport. Kerevan joins us. We're starting with Premier League football. Chelsea moving up to fourth after a draw against Burnley.
Yes, and a frustrating result for Chelsea in the race for those European spots, considering a win against the 15th ranked Burnley in the standings would have seen them drop to third, not to fourth, ahead of Tottenham, Arsenal and United, who all three lost over the weekend. Now, the Blues fell behind after just 8 minutes following Jeff Hendrick's fine finish, but they quickly leveled the game thanks to Frenchman N'Golo Kanté. The frantic pace of the game continued as Gonzalo Higuain put Chelsea ahead, only for Burnley's Ashley Barnes to level the game again after some poor defending from Chelsea. 4 goals in the first 24 minutes of that game, and then nothing more, despite the Blues dominating. Now, with this draw, we're going to take a look at the standings. The Blues now sitting in fourth level on points with third-placed Tottenham, but just 1 point clear of fifth-placed Arsenal. But Chelsea have now played one more game than their rivals. Tottenham are hosting Brighton on Tuesday, while Arsenal will face Wolves on Wednesday and could return to fourth if they avoid defeat. Now, after Juventus in the Serie A and Paris Saint-Germain in the Ligue 1 over the weekend, Barcelona could soon be clinching the Spanish title. The Catalans are traveling to Alaves on Tuesday, knowing that a win would almost secure a second consecutive league title. A win for Barcelona coupled with Atletico Madrid failing to match that result on Wednesday against Valencia would seal the deal. Thomas Vermaelen and Samuel Umtiti remain in doubt for this match, but Ernesto Valverde should be able to count on the returning Ousmane Dembele. Barcelona still on track for the Liga, Champions League and Copa del Rey treble, but Valverde insists that his team should not look that far ahead.
It's true that it's still possible for us to win 3 titles, but we could also win none of them. We are now in that final stage in which everything seems definitive. Each game and each chance to win 3 points becomes vital, both in the league and in the knockout stages. So let's wait until the end to see how we finish this season.
Now to the night's NBA playoff action, and the defending champions, the Golden State Warriors, 1 game away from winning their series. The Warriors, who beat the LA Clippers 113-105 to take a 3-1 lead in that series. Golden State, who hit the ground running and led by as many as 11 points in the second quarter, but LA rallied in the third, outscoring the Warriors 30-25 to take a 5-point lead. Steph Curry, he had just 12 points on the night, but he managed to score 7 of the Warriors' final 10 points of the quarter to send them in the fourth ahead, 87-84. The Clippers, who narrowed it to 1 little point early in the fourth, but Klay Thompson sank his 6th three-pointer, and the Warriors kept LA at bay down the stretch. Thompson, who compensated for Curry's off night by scoring 27 of his 32 points in the first half alone.
The ball was just finding me. I didn't do anything special. I was just getting open and knocking down shots, playing in a good rhythm. So you see a few go in, and then all you need is a little space. But give credit to my teammates. I got a lot of good shots off offensive rebounds and all shots within the offense. So it's not like I was doing anything. Just more volume, but nothing I don't do usually. Just try to get open and shoot that shot.
It definitely was a good night to be on the road, with all the visiting teams coming away with the win. Portland beat Oklahoma City 111-98 for their first road playoff win in 9 games. The Blazers taking a 3-1 lead in their series. Meanwhile, in the East, the Raptors also taking a 3-1 lead after their win over the Magic 107-85, while the Celtics became the first team to reach the next round after sweeping the Pacers. Boston winning that game 4-110-106. They'll face either Milwaukee or Detroit in the next round. And we finish with some tennis as the clay season continues to build up ahead of next month's French Open. After Monte Carlo, time for the Barcelona Open. And there was an all-Spaniard affair in the first round of the Barcelona Open between veterans Fernando Verdasco and Feliciano Lopez. The match quickly turning in favor of Verdasco, the better ranked of the two players. The 37th ranked breaking serve once late in the first set, then recovering from dropping his opening service game in the second to win the match 6-4, 6-3 in the next round. Fernando Verdasco will be facing Bulgaria's Grigor Dimitrov, who received a first round bye. Let's take a quick look at some of the other results of this first round. France's Benoit Paire, he is through in straight sets, 7-5, 6-2. Jaume Munar recovering from a set down to beat Pedro Sousa. Diego Schwartzman also dropped the first set on his way to victory, while Chile's Nicolas Jarry defeated Marcel Granollers 7-5, 4-6, 6-4. The man that everyone's waiting to see in Barcelona, of course, Rafael Nadal. He'll be starting his tournament on Wednesday. And of course, this build-up leading to the French Open, which will be starting on May the 26th right here in Paris.
Indeed, Ketevan Gojestani will be live from that, I can predict. And it's almost like a home game for Nadal, isn't it, Barcelona?
It is, but after what happened in Monte Carlo, he is eager to show that he's really back on clay.
And who would bet against him? Ketevan, thank you very much indeed. Great to see you. Ketevan Gojestani with all the sport.